Hi guys, welcome back to Just Claire Creates. Today I have a new project using my wild Hare Kit for September, and this is an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layout, and I'm using one of my photos from my recent trip to Northern Ireland. So this is what I'm mostly using my kit this month for. I took quite a lot of photos, and this one is of us as we were parked up on I don't really know what you call it, but kind of a runway to the ferry. I'm sure that's not what it's called. But we were parked up waiting to board the ferry. And we are very, very happy at this point, mostly because we'd just spent the previous hour not knowing if we were going to get onto the ferry. So, long story, but we did. So we were very pleased at this point. Pleased and kind of tired because we'd been up since midnight and this was early morning. So, what I'm using as my background for this layout is actually a piece of card that I've printed text onto, and these are lyrics from a song that my boyfriend sent to me, an artist called Brett Young. And we had quite a long drive to Scotland before we could get on the ferry, so we listened to his album quite a bit. And I really liked this song, so I just copied and pasted the lyrics from a lyrics website into Word and just repeated it until I'd filled the page in the size font that I wanted. And I think it makes a really good background, and then it kind of has given me another piece of pattern paper. So what I've done so far is I've backed my photo onto some green tissue paper just from my stash, and then I've used one of the 6x4 Project Life cards from the cut apart sheet, and instead of using it as a whole, I've fussy cut the trees and the title which says "Let's Get Lost," so I'm going to use that as my title. And I will apologise because there's a lot of faffing in this video. I kind of go backwards and forwards in what I'm doing and where I'm putting things, and I think it's just that I hadn't scrapbooked in quite a long time. I had made sure to get all my projects up to date before we went away, and then we were away, so there was just quite a big gap between me scrapbooking and then me doing this, so I was kind of out of practice, and apparently decision making takes longer. So I'm using some strips of paper from my kit, just from the scraps that I had from other layouts, just to layer in behind my photo as well. And I really like the dark colours from that blue piece of paper and the stars that came from the piece that was left after I'd cut out the bits from the cut apart piece. And then I've just added in a piece of that pale pink as well, just for a different contrasting colour. So that's going to go onto my background. I've stuck down the trees from that card. I have some on the corner of the photo and then some on the bottom corner of the page, just to kind of encase the page a little bit, just to give it some definition in that corner. So I've cut out a tag from one of the pattern papers, and I've just backed that onto some white card so that I can use it for journaling. So the story behind this photo is kind of, I'm looking at it from a positive lens now. So I'm using this piece of ephemera that says something beautiful is on the horizon, and that's because we were just about to set off. We were about to get onto the ferry, and what I've tried to do in my journaling on this label that I'm going to use is focus on how relieved and grateful we were to be getting on the ferry. I'm adding a little bit more detail about the story to the back of that tag, which is that we had a stress with both companies not being very helpful. So I'm kind of keeping that bit of it hidden, but it's on there because it's part of the story. So I've just sped up me sticking lots of things down. I've also added on some acrylic pieces from my previous wild Hare kit, a star and an ampersand to the corners of the photo, and a few more pieces of ephemera from the gorgeous Pink Fresh die cut pack. And then I decided that the tag that I'd used wasn't standing out very well because the background of it was white and the background of my paper is white. So I've just done a doodled border around the outside of that, and then also did it around the outside of this label, which didn't really need it, but it then kind of ties it in to the tag as well. So I'm just doing my journaling here, and I've added a few of the ephemera pieces to this label as well, a flower and a piece that says wild and free. So I've done my positive bit on there, and then I've cut out the bit where I rant on the tag. So that's a look at a quick and easy way to create your own background paper. Do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Mostly my wild hair videos are on Wednesdays, but I'm also filling in gaps and posting them on other days as well because I just have so many of them. Thanks for watching.